Native speakers will never correct you. They will smile, they will nod, but inside their head, they know immediately that you learned English from a textbook. Today, I will show you exactly which 3 mistakes give you away every single time and how to fix all of them right now. This is day 3 of your 30-day English speaking challenge. Day 1, we fixed why your brain goes blank. Day 2, we fixed I am fine. Today, we go even deeper. These 3 mistakes are not grammar mistakes. Your grammar can be completely correct, and you can still make these mistakes. These are naturalness mistakes, the kind that create an invisible wall between you and native speakers. After today, that wall comes down. Mistake number 1. The word very. Very good. Very bad. Very tired. Very happy. Very beautiful. Stop. Please stop saying this. Here is the truth. The word very, by itself, is weak. It is lazy. Native speakers use one powerful word instead of very plus a basic word. Listen carefully. Do not say very good. Say excellent. Say fantastic. Say outstanding. Do not say very bad. Say terrible. Say awful. Say horrible. Do not say very tired. Say exhausted. Say drained. Say completely worn out. Do not say very happy. Say thrilled. Say overjoyed. Say on top of the world. Do not say very beautiful. Say stunning. Say gorgeous. Say breathtaking. You hear the difference? One strong word carries more emotion, more energy, more meaning than very plus a weak word. This is how native speakers think. They reach for the strongest word first. Now, repeat after me. Say these out loud. That movie was absolutely fantastic. I am completely exhausted today. The view from here is absolutely stunning. From this moment, remove very from your speaking. Every time you want to say very, stop. Find the stronger word. Do this for 1 week, and your English will sound completely different. Mistake number 2. Saying I have when you should say I am. This mistake is extremely common, especially for learners from South Asia, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Because in many languages, you use the word have for feelings and states. But in English, you use the word be. Listen to these wrong sentences. Wrong. I have hunger. Wrong. I have cold. Wrong. I have fear. Wrong. I have 25 years. Wrong. I have headache. Now, listen to the correct unnatural versions. Right. I am hungry. Right. I am cold. Right. I am afraid. Right. I am 25 years old. Right. I have a headache. Wait, did you catch that last one? I have a headache is correct because headache is a thing, a noun. But hunger, cold, fear, these are states. And for states in English, you always use I am. The simple rule is this. For how you feel, always use I am. I am tired. I am hungry. I am nervous. I am excited. I am confused.
Repeat after me. I am absolutely starving right now. I am so cold today. I am a little nervous about this. Perfect. Lock that in your brain. Feelings use I am, not I have.
Mistake number 3. This one is my favorite. Using formal office English in casual, everyday conversations. Some phrases were taught in old English textbooks, especially in South Asia and the Middle East. These phrases were considered correct English decades ago, but native speakers today have never heard them, and when they do, they are confused. The most famous example, please do the needful. If you say this to an American or a British person, they will stare at you. They have absolutely no idea what needful means in this context. This phrase does not exist in natural English. Instead say, please take care of this. Please handle this. Please look into this. Could you sort this out? Here are more examples of formal phrases that sound unnatural and their natural replacements. Instead of kindly revert, say, please get back to me, or please reply. Instead of I will do the same, say same to you, or you too. Instead of myself is John, say my name is John, or I am John. Never say myself is, ever. Instead of prepone the meeting, say move the meeting earlier, or reschedule to an earlier time. The word prepone does not exist in standard English. Repeat after me. Please get back to me when you can. My name is John, and I am thrilled to be here. Could you move the meeting to an earlier time? Okay, quick fire round. I will say the wrong version, you say the correct natural version out loud. Ready? Very good. I am hungry. Please take care of this. Exhausted, drained. I am afraid. My name is Sarah. I am Sarah. How did you do? Tell me in the comments, which mistake were you making before today? I read every single comment. 3 mistakes, 3 fixes. And if you apply all 3 starting today, I promise you, native speakers will notice a difference. Not because your grammar changed, but because you sound real. You sound natural. You sound like someone who actually speaks English, not someone who studied it. That is the goal of this entire challenge. Not perfect English, natural English. Tomorrow, day 4, I am going to teach you how to introduce yourself in English so confidently that people remember you. This one is going to be extremely useful. Subscribe right now so you do not miss it. See you tomorrow. Keep speaking.